Hey guys, it's Jacqueline here. So today is my first day of my week of DIYs on my thrift finds. So I hope you guys are excited. Today I'm going to start off with something easy, which is just studding. I know there are a whole bunch of videos online about this, but I thought I would kind of provide you with my twist on how to stud one of your items. So right here I have a speckled gray and white sweater that I got from the thrift store. And it just looks like this. And it's just a button down, and it's a little bit oversized, but what I'm going to do is do studs on the shoulders here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually just try on the sweater and get a feel of where the armholes are. So as you can see, it's a little bit oversized as the arm is right here. So I want to make sure that I get the actual shoulder part. So I'm going to do a shape kind of like this, and I'm just going to take a mark of where I want to start. Okay, so I've marked it off with just a pin like that. So the studs I'm using today I got actually off eBay, and they are these kind of cone-like studs, and I like them because they're more like of a 3D dimension. And what I would encourage you to do is make the general shape that you want your design to be first, instead of just filling in. So I'm going to do a shape kind of like how I mentioned, the half moon, like that, and then it'll just be easier to fill in afterwards. So I'm really just going to eyeball it. This sweater is really easy to go through because it's more of a woolish sweater, so definitely if you want to have an easier time, look for a sweater that is wool. So again, I'm just going to separate it with my fingers and then just flatten it out. So I'm basically just eyeballing to make a good outline of my moon shape on the shoulder. I'm only going to finish the lining here and then move on to the other side just to make sure that I can make it exactly symmetrical on the other side. So I have a bit of a framework here of what I have. You want to kind of try it on midway just to make sure you like what you have so far. So just to make sure that it looks exactly how you want it, that it's even, where else you want to add it. So I might just add a little bit more right here and then just fill it out here. So basically, because I finished one shoulder, I'm just folding it and matching up the other side to make sure that it's exactly symmetrical. So I'm just using studs to mark off some of the key areas, like where the half moon begins and where it ends, just so it's easier to eyeball it on the other side. Sometimes for it to go a little bit faster, you can just insert the studs several at a time and then flip it over and fold them all over at once rather than continuously going back and forth. Definitely before you fill in the shoulders, you want to make sure that it's exactly equal. So definitely fold it over, make sure that the beginning and ends of the moons match up, and then you're ready to fill it in. So now to kind of switch it up, I'm actually using square studs that are not as 3D as the cone ones to fill in the shoulders. I thought it'd be a more interesting design. I also think that the 3D-ness of the other studs are a little bit too much, so you just want to work your way to the middle just to make sure that all the studs are aligned properly. So we're definitely getting a little bit closer. Just do keep in mind that the studs and the alignment do not have to be perfect. Many people will not be able to tell if one or two studs are a little bit out of place. So I pretty much just finished filling up one of the shoulders, and just make sure you do exactly the same thing to the other side and you pretty much are complete. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Here's just one last look of what my shoulder of the sweater looks like, and I will try it on for you. That's what it looks like. You can definitely play around with the different shapes you use. I use some cone shapes on the outer end, but the square studs on the inside and filled it out just to give it a little bit more shape and dimension. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned for tomorrow's DIY. Have a good day, and I'll see you then. Bye!